Hello, I'm Jeff Zykowski. I'm the president here at the German American Cultural Society of Rhode Island in Pawtucket. Today we're going to be showing you how to make our homemade bratwurst. So we'll take you start to finish from prep all the way through cooking. Here at the German American Cultural Society, we are open every Friday night to the public, where we have a German kitchen that we serve bratwurst as well as other meals throughout the month. We also have available a German library here, as well as we do offer German language lessons, and throughout the year we'll do other special German themed events such as our yearly Oktoberfest. Right, so we're ready to get in the kitchen. We'll start showing you how to prepare your bratwurst. All right, now just to go over the spices that we're using for our bratwurst today. We're using regular table salt, ground white pepper, coriander, mace, and ground ginger. This is for our house-style bratwurst. It's done kind of based it off of a Rhinish variation. And what we're using today as our portion for 5 kilograms of meat is 5 tablespoons of salt, 5 teaspoons of white pepper, 5/8 teaspoons of coriander, 2½ teaspoons of mace, and 1¼ teaspoons of ground ginger. All right, and here we have our ground pork. We grind our own pork. We use, depending on what's available, we either use pork butt or we'll use pork shoulder. You can obviously get your own pre-ground pork. We recommend a blend of close to 80% lean to 20% fat for the right consistency. And also please remember, when you're working with either ground beef or you're grinding your own meat, always try to keep your meat as chilled as possible. You want to have it chilled before you handle it, and then after you finish grinding or mixing, you want to put it right back in the refrigerator until you're ready to do your next step. All right, so now we've got our ground meat. We portion it out to a 5 kilogram portion. We've got our seasonings all pre-mixed and measured to match with the 5 kilogram batch. So now we're going to add in our spices and begin to mix. We're trying to just make sure that all of the spices are evenly distributed within our ground pork. All right, so now we've got our meat all mixed. The seasonings is pretty evenly distributed now. And also, one thing you want to look for is at the end, you want to see your meat kind of sticking to itself. This way you know it's going to give you a good consistency once you stuff it in the casing. Right now we're getting ready to prepare our sausage casings for stuffing. What we're using today is pig casings. It's from the intestine. You can normally get these at your local butcher shop. You can also look online for any place that carries sausage casing. When you have the casings, you always want to get some lukewarm water and soak them about 20 minutes before you're ready to use them. This will help them soften up and it'll be a lot easier to work with. The next is we're going to load this onto our stuffing tube. We've got a hand crank stuffing machine here. You can also have on your KitchenAid, the grinding unit that comes with the KitchenAid also has a sausage stuffer you can use as well. The process is very similar. All right, and now we have our casings fully prepped. You always want to leave a small tail on the end. This will help you because when we start stuffing, we're going to need to let all of the air out first. Once we see the meat, then we'll tie our knot at the end, and then we'll start stuffing the entire casing. Okay, now we're getting ready to stuff the sausage. What we're going to be doing is stuffing it in, and you want to kind of keep it at a slow pace. You also want to watch your casing. You don't want to overfill it because you can risk getting a break in the casing. It's a lot easier to leave them a little loose, and you can always firm them up later when we're doing the linking. Now all I'm doing here is I'm just keeping gentle pressure on the sausage casing. You're basically letting the meat do the work. And you're just controlling the pressure on the casing to get the amount of stuffing that you want. But like I said before, you don't want to overstuff the casing. All right, now we finished stuffing our sausage. Now we're getting ready to link it. This is the fun part. The easiest way to link, to get a consistent length for each sausage, we do ours about 6 inches. So we'll measure off about 6 inches for the first sausage. And then this first measurement that you do, you base all of your other ones. So you would just fold it over, match it up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna twist every other sausage. And this is where, when you're twisting, how much you twist determines on how stuffed that you wanna have your sausages. So you can adjust the size by either twisting it a little more or a little less. All right, now that we've finished linking our sausages, we're just gonna cut them up and we'll get ready to package them up for storage, or if you can have them right away if you're really hungry. And now since we're using natural casings, when we're cutting them, they're gonna retain that round shape at the end. If you were using the other edible casing, which is made from collagen, after you twist them, you'd have to cook them to retain that round shape at the end of the sausage. All right, now we finished linking and cutting all our sausages, so now that they're ready for us to either store or freeze, or we can cook them right away. All right, now we're cooking our brats. What we're doing is we're boiling them in water, and we've added in some German beer as well. We're going to boil these till they get up to temperature, which is 160 degrees. And then once they're up to temperature, we're going to finish them on the grill to give them that nice grill char finish to them. All right, now our bratwursts are up to internal temperature of 160 degrees, so they're ready for us to put the final touches on. So we're using a cast iron grill pan with just a little bit of oil in it. You can also put these right onto an outdoor grill, or if you have a griddle pan inside, however you'd like to finish. And what we're looking to get on here is you want to have a nice golden brown color. So we're just going to let these sizzle for a few minutes, flip them over, and we'll have a nice golden brown bratwurst. All right, so now our brats are finished. We're going to plate them. And a few good sides to serve these with are, of course, sauerkraut, a German potato salad, which is made with oil and vinegar. You could also have them on a roll, always great with mustard. So I wish you the best of luck if you try to make these house recipe at home. If not, you can always come down to the German American Club here in Pawtucket on Friday nights. We open at 7, and we'd be happy to serve you one.